Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today. All right? In this video, what I want to talk about is not letting trading become your identity and also not getting lost in it, right? A lot of people don't realize that you could get lost in the sauce of the world of trading, right? The world of making money in the stock market. And so we're gonna go deep on that, man. If you guys are watching this right now, just do me a quick solid and just like this video, right? I'm bringing you videos every single day that can change your life, right? Money, stock market, perspective, inspiration, right? Self-help, all of those good things. So yeah, when you first get introduced into trading and you start to swallow that pill, you all in, right? You all in. But the importance of having multiple things going on is going to ensure that you can do this thing long term and you will actually be able to get more out of it than what you even want, right? And the what I mean by that is like, if you come in here like I'm gonna pay my bills with this, it's gonna become stressful for you. It's gonna become stressful for you. But when you understand that trading is just one part of the whole plan, that's when the game opens up for you. And that's when you start to make more money in the market, right? And I'm going to talk about why exactly that is. Okay. So, have you ever heard of the phrase, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? So, why is that? Why does the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? It comes down to this concept right here. The more you don't need something, the more that thing is going to come to you. Okay? This is called operating out of overflow and operating out of abundance, right? The more you don't need something, the more of that thing is going to come to you. And the more you need something and the more you chase something, the more it's going to run away from you, right? So, if you solely are reliant on the stock market, right? Solely reliant on the stock market. I'm not saying you can't make a lot of money. You can make crazy money. But if you are solely reliant on trading as your income, what's going to happen is you're going to take it too serious, right? You're going to take it too serious. And you're going to be one loss away from mentally, psychologically not being in the right place. And then that could start a downward spiral, right? People don't talk about this stuff all the time. I know everybody's saying, go quit your job. And I'm not even saying don't quit your job. But what I'm saying is you got to have multiple pots, right? You got to have multiple things going on. And I want you to understand that the whole point of trading is to be able to freely make decisions for your life based on where you want to go, right? So if you want to quit your job, trading could be a great bridge, because a lot of times when people transition, right? Let's say you wanted to go be a real estate agent, right? Let's just say. And right now, currently, you're a teacher, or you're making 60K a year, whatever the case is. A lot of times we can't transition into new careers because we don't have the financial backing to allow us to last for 3, 6, 12 months so we can consistently and make that full transition, right? So let's say you're at your job right now and you're like, I want to do something different. Now you learn trading, right? You learn how to trade. Now let's say you're making $5,000 a month in trading, okay? And from that $5,000 a month in trading that you're making, that's able to hold you down and pay your bills, okay? But you don't want to trade to just pay bills, right? You want to be able to put as much money as you can into the stock market via buying common stock shares, right? You want to buy shares so you can actually build your wealth, right? Grow your money. Trading is how you make money, and you can make a lot of it, right? But if you could understand that you could pile more cash onto your assets, you could get richer faster by having multiple avenues of money coming in, right? This is called enterprising, right? This is called being an enterpriser. entrepreneur, right? So you want to go be a real estate agent. Now that you figured out how to make 5K a month in the stock market and you have a job, you can say, okay, I'm going to quit this job. I'm going to go be a real estate agent. While I'm learning, and I'm not making money as a real estate agent just yet, the stock market is going to be able to hold me down in my transition process. So trading options ended up giving you options for your life, right? Because now the money that you're making from the market, it can sustain you for 3 months. And then from there, you start making money as a real estate agent, a full-time income. Now you can continue to make your money in the stock market, but now you're making money in real estate as well. Okay? And now that money that you're making, you could go put that money into buying more shares, right? ETFs, growth stocks, dividends, right? And then profits from your trading, you could do the same thing as well. What if you want to go on a lavish vacation and the only thing that you're doing is stock options? You're going to have to pay all your bills and everything from that money, and you're going to have to use that money to go on that vacation, right? I'm not saying it's not possible, but when you have multiple pots of money that's coming in consistently, you can say this pot of money is going to be for bills. This pot of money is going to be for investments. This pot of money is going to be for vacations and the things that I want to do, right? So when you understand the importance of multiple pots of money coming in consistently, you start to change how you think about the market. You change how you think about trading, investing, and all of that stuff, right? If the stock market and learning how to trade is the most efficient way to make money, because you can make thousands of dollars in 10 minutes, in 30 minutes, in an hour, in a couple hours, right? So let's say you figured out how to make, let's go back to 5K a month. 5K a month in the stock market every single month, right? Like clockwork. You learn how to do that, but you learn how to do it every day. You're making, let's just say, $200 per day, right? You're making $200 per day in 1 to 2 trades, and you're able to hit those 1 to 2 trades within the first 45 minutes of the market, right? So in the first 45 minutes of the market, on average, you're up by $200 every single day, right? What this now means is you have your whole day ahead of you, right? Even if you are on the East Coast, if you do that in 45 minutes, you're done by 10:15 a.m. Eastern, 7:15 a.m. Pacific. Now you're up $200. You secured your money for the day. You're going to let that grow, right? And make your money for the month. And then what happens? Now you have the whole day to go do something completely different that you actually enjoy doing, right? And that gives you purpose and it gives you fulfillment as well. And then that could be bringing you another $5,000, $10,000 a month, right? Now you're sitting at 10, 15K a month, and that's only 2 things. You could do this 3 to 4 different ways, and you could have one pot making you 5K a month, one pot making you 10K a month, one pot making you 5K a month, one other pot over here making you $25,000 a month. Now you sitting at $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month. You got multiple things going on, right? And now, because you understand how to trade, what can you do? You can say, okay, I'm gonna take another $5,000, $10,000. I see a really solid setup. Let me go and put this money into this trade, this swing trade here, not including my day trading account, right? And now you take that 10K or that 8K or 5K, and you, over a 3-week period, you 2 to 3x that. You get a 200% trade on a swing trade, right? Now you doubled your money in that pot, and now you're able to continuously move forward in life, not stressed out. What about when the stock market is red, right? Last week, the whole market gapped down, right? Market was up and it was down, but it came down. What about when the market comes down and your whole portfolio is red and it's down by 15, 20%, right? And you don't have no other way of money coming in. What is that going to do for you? What's that going to do for your psyche, right? It's going to mess with it. If that's the only thing that you have, it's easier to withstand L's when you have money coming in 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways. This is how you ensure that you're never broke. So I know that it's easy to say, I want to trade full time. And what trading full time really means is knowing how it fits in your life, knowing the skill set, being able to get money from the skill set, right, that you learned, but then creating a life that you want. You got to understand that this is about life by design. Create the life that you want, not the life that you have to live. And learning how to trade options will give you options, right? It will give you options to go do other things that you want to do in your life. But I want to ensure that you know not to get lost in this thing, right? Not to get lost in this thing. If you don't have to sit here and want to be deemed the best trader in the world, right? If that's not what you want to do, you don't have to. You could sit back, you could go make $1,000 a day in the market. Nobody can know. And then you could go do your other thing. You could have a business here, right? And you can have a business here, online business and a physical business, right? Allowing those things to grow while you still making money in the market. Like, there's an infinite amount of possibilities here. But I want you guys to understand that the market is not your identity. Trading is not your identity. It's not my identity. I know it is easy to get caught up in it, but at the same time, I want you to do things that you enjoy. That's the whole point of learning how to trade. And sometimes if you haven't really got to a certain level yet, you are going to feel guilty trying to do things that you enjoy, right, when you're in the market, because you're so obsessed with it. The only thing you want to do is work and trade. But I'm telling you, over time, that weighs on your spirit, because your spirit wants more. Your spirit wants to be able to experience things. Your spirit does not want you to just trade and that's it. It's not trying to look at charts every single day, all day for the rest of eternity. No, that's not what your spirit wants. Your spirit is craving experience, right? That's why you be having them voices in your head. That's why you saying you want to be financially free, because you want to experience certain things. And so you need to understand that you were meant to live life. So do not get lost in trading. Make your money, live your life. Make your money, build the businesses, right? Make your money, go on the trips. But do not allow the stock market to become your identity. Because there's a saying that says some people are so broke, all they have is money. Do you want to be that person? No, right? You want to live a fulfilled life. You will want to live a fulfilled life. And the way you do that is you have multiple things coming, right? Have money coming in multiple different ways, and be able to explore your interests and your hobbies. That's why we trying to be financially free. That's why we being financially free. That's why people is wanting to change their life in the stock market, because you could be anywhere in the world, right, and still be making a lot of money learning how to trade in the stock market. All right. So listen, y'all, I don't care what level you at. I encourage you to do something that you enjoy, right? I want you to know that your identity is not trading. Your identity is not in the loss you took. Your identity is not in the $2,000 you just made. That is not your identity. Your identity is who you are when you take everything away and you look in the mirror, right? And if you're not pouring into that person, if you're not pouring into your spirit, you're doing this wrong, all right? So I hope that video blessed you guys, and I hope you got something from it, all right? So if you got to this part of the video, I just want you to say, I am free, right? You are free from the identity that you may think the market is, right? You are free, okay? You are free. You are a free entity. You are a standalone entity, okay? And you could go have, do, be anything you want. You just got to make the decision and not be bound by the identity of trading and just making money. All right? So listen, y'all, like I always say, make sure you get up out your head and go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right? I appreciate y'all time. I'm gonna see you guys later on tonight on the live charting. All right, I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Y'all stay smooth, man. Peace.